here. This is just a little different. I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to try to prove to you why we can't control our thoughts and feelings, okay? So would that be okay? Can I ask you a question? Okay, suppose I have a really good lie detector machine. And this lie detector machine can identify the slightest negative thought or feeling, okay? And I hook you up and I say, okay, I want you to not have a negative thought or feeling for 5 minutes. Remember, this machine can identify, even if you have a little negative thought or a little negative feeling, it will recognize a negative thought or feeling, okay? So I hook you up. I say for 5 minutes, no negative thoughts, no negative emotions, okay? To motivate you, I'm going to have it attached to a gun. And if it detects a single negative thought or negative feeling, so what's going to happen, do you think? Maybe you die. You definitely die. Yeah. That's funny, right? But you're all laughing because in your heart, you know that the first thing you would do is like, I hope I don't have a negative thought. Boom, you just got shot. Now, why that's important is in your heart, you recognize you can't control what you think and feel for 5 minutes with your life at stake. With your life at stake, you can't control what you're thinking and feeling for 5 minutes. So when a client comes to me and says, help me feel confident on demand for the rest of my life as needed, I'm just thinking, if you can't do it for 5 minutes with your gun pointed at you, how can you do it anywhere else? That's like the highest motivating situation there is. So we recognize we really can't control our thoughts and feelings that well. We really can't. It's just the way we are. It's the way humans are built. We're just not good at it. But we can change it. I could say, how about for 5 minutes, same situation, you don't say out loud a negative thought. You keep quiet. How about that? No problem. We can control our actions pretty well. We just can't control our thoughts and feelings that well. It's just the way we are. So in ACT, we move away from this idea of controlling thoughts and feelings and focus more on actions. What are the ways in which you can learn to live your life in a way that brings you the things you want and not spend so much time trying to control your thoughts and feelings to get rid of bad thoughts and feelings. So it's more focused on actions rather than thoughts and feelings. And so that's kind of the idea that we're following in ACT. But okay, so the take home, that's such a good, I love that metaphor, but I mean the graph. He found that, that's really good. So the first part though of ACT is people all suffer. We all have negative thoughts and feelings. They haunt us. They kind of interfere with the life we want to live. And most people coming into therapy have this idea that you are going to somehow help them get rid of their bad thoughts and feelings permanently so that they can live a good life. You as an ACT therapist say, that is not going to work. That's not going to work because A, all humans have negative thoughts and feelings. B, we can't really control our thoughts and feelings that well, so I'm not going to join with you in an activity that won't work. I can't help you fly, and I can't help you control your thoughts and feelings. But I can help you live a good life. I can definitely do that. I can help you build the life you want to live with your negative thoughts and feelings being 100% present all the time. The problem is not that we have negative thoughts and feelings. The problem is that we try to control them. So you can live a very, very good life with negative thoughts and feelings accompanying you to the day you die. And they will anyway. They will anyway. So for me, I'll just use me as an example. I don't want to use me as an example all the time. But as I mentioned, I feel deeply unlovable. If I listened to that thought that I'm not good enough, I would never do a workshop. right? If I listen and said, you shouldn't do a workshop, you're going to fail, and people are going to see you as not a good person. If I listened to that thought, I would never do a workshop. The best I can do in life is give a workshop and know that there's going to be my mind tugging at me saying, you're messing up. You're not doing a good job. You're not paying attention, blah, 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 blah. And the best I can do is learn how to not let that thought take over my mouth, take over my body, and keep me from doing things that I need to do. That's the best I can do. And that's okay. I'll suffer. We all suffer. Suffering happens, but it's not bad. So that's kind of the foundation of ACT, just a little bit. Does that kind of get the idea behind that? And I want you to practice doing therapy. You can practice doing therapy on me. So right there, my passenger took over. My negative passenger took over, right? And this is what it looked like. I said, so that's the foundation of ACT, period. Then I said, does that make sense to you? My passenger took over and said, you messed up. They're not getting it. You didn't do a good job. And so it took over my mouth, and I said, is that okay? Do you all get it? The passenger took over my mouth for a minute to ask for reassurance from you that I'm not a screw up. That's what exactly happened right there. And so I want you all to go like, you're not a screw up. Yeah, like that. So it happens all the time. It's a constant struggle. It's okay. It's okay to have the struggle. It's built in. It's what we do as humans. It's kind of how we are. We can't do it any other way. So the best we can do is try to move forward. So I'll kind of stop there and like answer questions or ideas that you might have that would kind of walk you through this. Pardon? It is, definitely. Oh, I won't come in, towards the end we'll talk about this. In many ways I feel that, I will say that. So acceptance and commitment therapy was developed like in late 2000s by Steve Hayes and some other professors. And it has acceptance, or accepting negative thoughts and feelings without judging. And they've never really acknowledged, I feel like they've took the ideas from Buddhism. They never really say they did, but I feel they did. And so we're working on writing papers now, like, where'd you get, pretty Buddhist. Yeah, but they kind of say no, but I feel like they did, and they just didn't properly acknowledge.
Yeah, that like what you mentioned earlier about this culture, the Eastern and Western culture was different. And it reminded me that now, as a Cambodian and like we are Buddhists, but we're trying to go at like study about how Western psychologies impact. And then when we going deeply and studying about the Western culture, and then trying to come back to the East.
Yeah.
Just like it's ironic sometimes, that we're looking for what we're missing, but sometimes we have it, and it's ancient wisdom.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the best is to have it go both ways so it can be mutual. Yeah, mutual and go both ways. So thank you very much. You were very brave there to let me do all that talking to you. Okay. Break time. Okay, it's break time.